Hello everyone. So this is my first time doing a video. Decided this year to do the Single Seed Challenge 2022 and the kids wanted to participate. So they've already done their videos on their seeds or they've started their video journey for their seeds. So now it's my turn. I'm going to start my video journey. I have already gone through and let me switch the camera around so you can see what I'm doing. So I've already gone through my little ammo box of seeds that are able to be grown in my area. We are in zone 9B in the low desert, the Phoenix area valley in Maricopa County. So it is about that time where we can start our seeds. So no more winter crops for me. This is everything else, not my winter crops. These are my spring and summer crops. So first thing I did was to create this cute little seed starter paper pot and filled it with my seed starting soil. This is mostly peat moss and a little bit of reclaimed soil from some of my pots from the winter that I was growing lettuce and stuff in. For the sake of growing seeds, you don't need a whole lot of nutrients. And forget this, my daughter's notes for her seed starting. And there's Alexander's seed he started earlier today, soaking in water to determine if it's still alive, which it should be, considering they were just packaged in 2021 and it is currently February of 2022, but we'll let him do his process. So anywho, this is what I chose. This is my first time ordering from Seed Mail, and I really like her packaging. This is a very small independent seed company, black owned, and the young lady who does it packages it all herself. She makes these cute little stickers to go on the packages, and then on the back of it I was able to write based on my county's extension calendar when I would want to plant these out. So it's February 2nd. March be here in 2 hot seconds. So it's time for me to get these out. But this is red burgundy okra. Y'all, let me tell you, the older I get, the more I like okra. In my youth, not so much. But fried okra, okra in a soup, a stew, a gumbo. Now, I'm vegan these days, but I still like to eat a good gumbo with no meat in it. It's still delicious when you season it properly. Well, let's not get sidetracked. So there's my seed. And then about these little paper pots, because I know somebody gonna ask, like, how in the world did you, let me see if I can turn it over without dumping all the dirt out. There's the bottom of it. It's just a series of folds. And let me tell you about this little tool that I got on the Amazon. Okay, came in this cute little box, and if I can get this thing open, dump it on out. It's 2 pieces, and it's wood, which felt all earthy because it was made out of wood. But anywho, it's these 2 pieces, and basically you just wrap yourself a piece of scrap paper of sufficient length and width around it, fold in the bottom across here, and then you mash it down just mash it and twist it, and it makes the cutest little pots. And the pots are always going to be biodegradable as long as you're using paper. So here's an example of my paper. This is reclaimed 8x11. I just cut it on in half, something I'm not going to use no time soon. But instead of just tossing it, I wrapped it around here and made myself a little pot. I've also done the same thing by using old newspaper, cutting it to a similar shape as the 8.5x11 cut in half. I've also used Christmas wrapping paper leftovers after the kids have torn it off of presents and things like that, as long as it's not the super shiny kind, because I do want it to degrade in the soil. And then the other nice thing is, when it's in a pot like this and you got a nice little seedling growing up out of there and you want to just go plant it, you don't have to poke it out of a piece of plastic to get it out and worry about damaging the roots. Instead, all I do is open up the bottom of the cup or rip off the bottom of the cup. Usually it's already starting to disintegrate, and then just plant the whole darn cup and let the roots grow out the bottom. So anywho, let's get to the point here. I'm going to select my seed from this package. I caught myself pre-opening it so that I would not be on the struggle bus trying to figure out what seed I like the look of. Although it's okra seeds and y'all are typically about the same size. There's quite a lot of seeds in this package, just so y'all can see. Homegirl hooks it up. You see all them that little dark corner in there? She hook it up. Especially when the seeds are cheap. See, I'm gonna say her seed packets run from like $1 to $2. And I think I'm rounding up, just depending on how unique those seeds are. But anywho, check her out. That's all I'm gonna say. Seed meal. All right, I think I like this one. Here we go. Hopefully y'all can see that. Okra seed. If you ain't never seen one before, there it is. So what we're gonna do is, typically you want to, rule of thumb that I was taught, and I'm from Michigan, was that you want to plant your seed twice the depth of the size of the seed. So it stands to reason, the larger the seed, the further down you can plant it. The smaller the seed, the closer to the top of the soil you want it to be. So this to me is, it's not necessarily small, but it ain't necessarily large neither. It's like somewhere in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is just give myself a little hole here, and I'm gonna plop that thing down in there. There we go. Get it close so you can see. And I'm just gonna pinch it close. I'm not even gonna really mush it too much now. Just gonna pinch it close, and then we're gonna see you in about a week and see if we have any growth. And we'll keep an eye on it and keep it with the rest of the seeds that I started for this spring season, from February through June, which is when it gets about too hot for anything to live outside, including people. But we'll see you next week, Tuesday. Bye.